Welcome to the Weekly Course of Action Week 9. I'm Gwen Bortner. This week, I want to talk about the definition of project versus goal. Now, I'm not talking about the Webster's definition of project and goal. I'm actually talking about a functional definition of project versus goal. And what I mean by that is the emotions that are tied to the word project versus the emotions that are tied to the word goal. When I say goal, most of us immediately think of something big, something huge, something that we're not sure that we can actually achieve. But when I say project, most of us immediately think of a series of tasks or activities that if we proceed through one after another, we'll get to the end and accomplish the outcome that we were hoping for. And this is the important distinction when we're thinking about it in the basis of our business. The reason it's important is because I think we often identify projects as goals so that we have an excuse, a way out to say, oh, maybe it was too big of a goal for us to try and achieve. Where in fact, it really was a project. And if we would have just done all the steps, we would have gotten it done. Now, the distinction of a goal versus a project in my world is a goal is something I don't have complete control over. Just like in a soccer game, if you've got the ball and you're lined up and you're right in front of the net and you can kick it right toward the net, you may not make a goal because there's a goalie there trying to stop it, block it, do what he needs to do, catch the ball. Our goals should be similar, that they're not completely in our control. Even if we do all of the things that we're supposed to do, we still may not achieve our final goal. Sales goals are a perfect example of this. Even if we have a great product and we have the perfect location for our store or we have great marketing on the internet, it doesn't mean that we're going to have the customers that we need to buy to reach our final goal. However, many of the things that we call goals in our business are often projects. If we look at them, the reality is it's just a series of steps. For instance, setting up a new newsletter. That's not a goal, that's a project. If we do a series of things, we will in fact have a newsletter. Writing a book, often we think of that as a goal, but writing a book in and of itself is a project. So long as we sit down every day, take our allocated time, write our allocated number of words, eventually we'll have a book. Now, having it be a New York Times bestseller, that's a goal because we don't have complete control over that. But just getting a book written, well, that's something we can do. The reason this is important is because I think it changes how we approach our work on any given day. So what I'd like for you to do for this week is to actually look over your list of goals and projects and see, are all your projects actually projects? They probably are. But how many of your goals are really goals? Or in fact, are they projects that you're just a little bit scared of? Look at it this week because it's going to matter for what we're going to talk about next week on the Weekly Course of Action. I'll see you then.